Are you coming to the tree where they strung up a man, they say, who murdered thee? Strange things did happen here, no stranger would it be if we met at midnight in the hanging tree. Hey guys, this is Frozen Things Stews here, and welcome back to another movie review for once again my Hunger Games review series leading up to Battle of Summer's Stakes. And I know this one is long overdue because I saw this one last Wednesday and I was supposed to review it Thursday or Friday, but then some personal stuff and other videos I wanted to make got in the way. So now it's my opportunity to do this. So I am here today to do a review on The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. So The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1, so sorry for the background noise. I'm once again recording this outdoors just like my video yesterday on my Wish and Frozen 4 video. So please bear with it. So Mockingjay Part 1 is the third installment in the Hunger Games series and is the part 1 of a two-parter in the Mockingjay, the finale to the Hunger Games series. And it's directed by Francis Lawrence, and it stars Jennifer Lawrence, Josh Hutcherson, Liam Hemsworth, Woody Harrelson, Elizabeth Banks, Julianne Moore, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Jeffrey Wright, Stanley Tucci, Donald Sutherland, Willow Shields, Sam Claflin, Jella Malone, Mahershala Ali, Natalie Dormer, etc. And so basically the plot for the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1, it tells the pretty complicated story about taking place right after the events of Catching Fire, where if you guys recall the end of that film, basically District 12 Katniss was taken by the District 12 heads, and basically one thing I forgot to mention when I reviewed Catching Fire was that Peeta was left alone in the battlefield. That's one thing I forgot to mention. And so Katniss thinks that Peeta is dead. So the film starts off with showing the audience Katniss having her trauma after thinking that Peeta is dead. And we see her in really bad shape right now. As she's stuck in the District 12 facility, which is where the entire movie takes place in the vast majority of the movie. But suddenly it is revealed that Peeta is alive. But not only is Peeta alive, but he is brainwashed by the Capitol. He was taken by the Capitol to side with them, and he's been manipulated by them to convince the District 12 members to stop to stop with their violence against the Capitol. So I'm kind of sus about this. So most of the time we see Peeta on TV just warning Katniss about what's to come. And so basically this movie gives Peeta the Bucky Barnes treatment. And so basically this whole movie Katniss spends some time trying to get herself and the District 12 prepared to fight against the Capitol. And so we also get introduced to Alma Coin, who is the good president, the other president, but the good president, I should say. So that's basically the plot for it. It's a little complicated, but at least I tried. So now yes, I think you've seen some of my other videos, which is probably why this one is long overdue. But but just a quick recap on my thoughts on the other Hunger Games films. The first movie, I'm not a fan of it. I think it's okay, but kind of overrated, honestly. I think Hunger Games is a movie I find very overrated. I don't like all these shaky cam and all that stuff. It's ugly looking, but I do respect what it's trying to do. I actually really like the Hunger Games films overall because of how I really admire them for the way that they use the way they portray their politics, and the way that the way that they show off their politics, the way that they tackle themes of dictatorship, power, control, and just showing how how people are just suffering these days. So yeah, the first film, I kind of get the love, but at the same time, I don't get how some people can get by the shaky cam. And as for my thoughts on Catching Fire, I think it is the best in the Katniss Everdeen Hunger Games saga. I think it is an amazing movie. Is it perfect? No. Is it a masterpiece? No. It is a little overrated, a tad bit overrated, because I think it is rated a little too highly for its fireworks. But yeah, it's rated a little too highly. But Hunger Games, Catching Fire actually does what the first film did, what the first one missed out on, because it's, how do I say this, it expands on what the first film did. And it's not just about the political aspect of it all. It's not just about no, it's not just about the games, but it's about political dynasty. Like, it's diving deep into the political thriller aspect of it all, and that's what I love about Hunger Games. Like how it combines it all. So yeah, when it comes to the Mockingjay films, they are considered to be the weakest in the Hunger Games franchise, and extremely divisive, where people would either love them, or hate them. Hate them, and so love them or hate them. Yeah, so with the Mockingjay Part 1, where do I stand with them? Stand with them. What are my thoughts in it? I will say that it is I will say that I actually like this film, but I love it. Yeah, I think it's good but not great. Yeah. The best way to describe Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1 is that it works great. It works very well as a film on its own, but when you see this as a Hunger Games movie, it doesn't really work that well as a film that's in a franchise that connects. But overall, I actually really enjoy this one. I don't think it's nearly as boring and slow paced as everyone thinks it is. Well, it is a little slow paced, but yeah, let's get to some of my flaws with it. Yeah, I will say that the problem I have with this film is that as a Hunger Games film, it just feels more like a set. It just felt more like a setup, more than anything. It just felt more like a setup to the grand finale, the big final battle. Because most of the time it just takes place in one location, which is the District 12 evacuation facility, and that's honestly not really a place that I would want to spend the time with. Yes, there are scenes where they actually go out of the district, and we see Katniss and her friends and a new crew go out of the facility to outside, where they get to visit the hospital and all that stuff. Honestly, I'm okay. Though, to be honest, yes, I'm okay with one location movies that with one location. I mean, I love The Lighthouse, and The Lighthouse only had one location. The Lighthouse, that film only had one location for a reason. But with Mockingjay Part 1, with the facility, it's not really a location that I want to care with. Is that real? Sorry, it's a stupid noise. But guys, but yeah, sorry, I'm not gonna get distracted. But yeah, anyways, the one location, the District 12 facility is a place that I don't really care about. Oh my god, sorry about that. Okay, guys, please ignore the background noise, and just I hope you guys won't get bothered by the background noise. But yeah, I don't care about this one. It just looks so, the facility looks so bland and boring. I mean, compare that with something like Silo, which also Silo has something similar to Mockingjay Part 1 now, which is Mockingjay Part 1, which the whole time it takes place in the facility, but actually at least you care about what's going on, and it's trying to tell a story instead of trying to set up a future sequel. The film really meanders a lot with its slow pace. It gets boring. yeah, you guess, and the film goes from boring to fun to enjoyable, boring, enjoyable. Like the pacing is very inconsistent, and the short runtime really affects the movie because of how it sets up part two. It felt extremely rushed. Plus rushed. I mean, the film is basically just them building upon the film is just mostly a build up to the fight against the Capitol. God. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, sometimes Filipinos are just crazy. But okay, back to topic. Okay, now let's get into what I liked about this movie and the reason why I actually like it. I mean, despite all this being a setup, this actually works so well as a movie on its own because it actually goes deeper into the political thriller aspect. The strongest element about this film is showing the propaganda of war, violence, and power. It shows how power and dictatorship can be even more devastating than one can ever imagine. It also features a social commentary on opposing sides and how both are equally as toxic as one another. You got the side though in the movie. You get the side though where the District 12 wants war and violence against the capital, but then you get the other side, the capital side, where they don't want to violence against them. They don't want to use all their fighting skills against them, and so yeah, the capital got PETA to side with them. And then so that PETA can convince the District 12 to not lay their weapons on the Capitol. And then the District 12 was like, boo, boo, PETA, you're a traitor. How dare you say that? We need to kill the Capitol. So yeah, you can clearly see that the toxicity between both sides. Yes, the Capitol side is also very toxic because you can clearly tell that they just want PETA to. They're just trying to get PETA to tell the District 12, hey, don't side with them. Don't side hey, don't fight against the Capitol because we don't want violence. But it's clear that the Capitol just doesn't want them to fight because they want to continue to abuse their power, the power that they have to continue to do all these crazy things that they're known for doing, and yeah. And I will say that this movie has some of the best performances in the franchise, yeah, especially with Jennifer Lawrence as Katniss Everdeen. She gives her best performance as Katniss Everdeen, no doubt about it. Yeah, I'm not sure if this will be her best performance overall in her career. I'll have to think about that, but Katniss is a high contender for my favorite Jennifer Lawrence role. Katniss is Katniss feels a lot more independent now. Like she feels a lot tougher now because she's very confident in fighting. She really wants this so badly. She desperately wants to fight against the Capitol. The Capitol, and you can clearly tell and her acting just feels so real. It feels a lot more realistic than the other films, than the other Hunger Games films, which shows for example, that scene where the District 12 bombs the building, bombs the hospital, and then we see Katniss Everdeen just really feeling devastated seeing the hospital burn, because it was in the exact same scene when Katniss Everdeen just visited the hospital to see all the women, the men, women, and children suffering, and then suddenly the hospital just blows up by the Capitol. Yeah, that's another thing I want to compliment. Is that this movie makes you hate the Capitol even more. It makes the Capitol even more despisable than they already are. It makes no one evil an even more bigger threat than he already is. And yeah, I desperately want to see how Snow turned evil. I want to see what makes Snow, because based on the trailer for Battle of the Summer Snakes, he seemed like a really nice, innocent guy. So I wonder what he did what made him turn evil like that. What makes him turn into a dictator yeah. And also, by the way, that scene when Katniss Everdeen records this video bombing makes this video like record like in front of the hospital, and then she like confronts the District 12, and then you really get like, and then she's like basically, you can torture us and bomb us and burn our districts to the ground, but you see that fire is catching, and if we burn, you burn with us. Damn, you really felt that acting. It doesn't feel acting. It feels like Jennifer Lawrence is really Katniss Everdeen. So you really you really feel that, and you really feel that, and other times as well. You also get other scenes like that here, but yeah, that one scene when Jennifer Lawrence sends a message to like unite. Wow, and it just really really affection, and I really love that, especially considering how earlier in the film we get the District 12 tried to make a CGI green screen commercial of Jennifer Lawrence be like, people of Panem, we stand together, we fight. Yeah, that was hilarious. That was hilariously bad, by the way. Hilariously bad. And yeah, the other performances are great as well. Josh Hutcherson also gives his best performance despite his limited screen time. Despite that limited screen time, you really feel his acting. Feels acting, especially in the end, where like he when he became truly evil and attacked Katniss Everdeen. Man, yeah, I wonder how he's gonna get out of this in Mockingjay Part 2. Liam Hemsworth, Woody Harrelson, Elizabeth Banks, also great. Despite Elizabeth Banks was barely in this. Yeah, Philip Seymour Hoffman is great as well. Jeffrey Wright, Stanley Tucci, though. Donald Sutherland is amazing, perfection as Snow. And I like the new characters as well, the new cast as well. Jenna Malone, Natalie Dormer, they're all like great as well. Yeah, Natalie Dormer is one of the standouts of the film, in my opinion. Although, one flaw I forgot to mention is that they wasted a certain character, a certain big name actor who could have been important to the film, but he's just there just to be there, and that is Mahershala Ali. I mean, Mahershala Ali is such an amazing actor. Is such a top-notch actor, but then the movie just wasted him by making him just a nobody, and he's forgettable. At least with Joanna Mason and Cressida, you really feel them. You feel like they actually have character, but Mahershala Ali's character, I can't even remember what his character name was. Yeah, so that sucks. And so that's something. Yeah. And also Elizabeth Banks was also a little wasted, but at the same time, I don't mind. Oh yeah, also Julianne Moore is such a perfect new addition to the cast. Yeah, and she is such a perfect choice to play President Alma Coin, the quote-unquote good president. Oh yeah, and also another thing about this movie that makes it stand out from the other Hunger Games film is that we actually get more bonding time between Katniss and Primrose, because in the first two films we don't get enough screen time with them, especially in the first film where we see Katniss standing up to the Capitol when Primrose was chosen, and then you really feel that, and then in the second film we barely see any Primrose, but then in this one we actually get we get a stronger sister bond between Katniss and Primrose, and it feels earned. It doesn't feel forced or anything. Like you see, them taking care of each other. Primrose helps Katniss overcome her trauma after the events of Catching Fire, and then Katniss really desperately wants to keep Primrose safe. Yeah, I really like that. But I've saved the best for last, the best part of the film, and that is the Hanging Tree song. Oh boy, that is, in my opinion, the best scene in the entire franchise. I love the Hanging Tree scene. It all started with Katniss just singing, "Are you coming to the tree?" And then we get this really epic, big, massive, epic scene now with the District 12, destroying the dam, while singing it. Yeah, that scene just gave me chills and goosebumps. I don't think any of, besides the IMAX ratio, despite that IMAX change scene in Catching Fire, that's another scene that gave me goosebumps, probably even more. Yeah, I'm sure Battle of the Song vs. Snakes will have a scene that gives me goosebumps, more than the breaking the dam scene in this breaking this one. So yeah. And also, I also love that iconic line from Snow. It's the things you love the most that destroy us. That is actually kind of true right there for in some ways. So overall, while this isn't my favorite Hunger Games films and probably isn't my favorite Hunger Games film, Mockingjay Part One is very enjoyable. Yeah, sure, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work. It doesn't work well as a film in the Hunger Games franchise because of how it focuses way too much on being a setup and also it kind of focuses more on the underlying themes of political power than telling a story. But at the same time, it works so well as a film on its own. It just works for me. So yeah, is this the better Mockingjay film or is Part Two the better one? We'll see about that. So yeah, with that said, I'm gonna give Mockingjay Part One 3.5 stars out of 5. So as for my review of the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1, what are your thoughts on the film? Do you agree with me? Do you like this film as much as I do? Do you enjoy the film as much as I do? Or are you one of those people who hates on this movie? Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for my review on Mockingjay Part 2, as well as a certain video that I might make, but we'll see. So yeah, bye guys.